It's the story that began with a simple question.
Where are we?
But the search for the answer
So what do we do now?
was just the beginning.
I want to get off this island more than anything else in the world.
We're all in this together, man.
A mysterious island,
They have houses and dormitories with water and power.
a group of strangers
Let's trust this guy.
fighting for survival
We can't live together.
This is our island.
We're gonna die alone.
and seeking redemption.
I'm on my own journey now.
We've been presented with baffling mysteries and extraordinary revelations.
I think we found it.
But this story is just hitting stride.
Hey, damn it, run!
So what better time to remember all that we've learned?
You can come out!
Lost producers Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse are here to shed some light
Oh, did I give that away?
and provide the final word.
That is the definitive answer as to why the plane crashed.
Why do you find it so hard to believe? Why do you find it so easy?
So many mysteries,
alive.
There were no survivors.
so little time.
Charlie, Doug! I want some friggin' answers!
Lost. The answers. Millions of viewers around the world have searched for answers to the many mysteries of Lost.
Walt, do you want to know a secret?
Tonight, we go right to the source.
Sometimes you answer a question, but another question crops up as a result of it. So if you reveal that Locke is in a wheelchair, the question then becomes, how did he get in the wheelchair?
I think it's a lot like life. I mean, you march forward, you get answers to certain issues and certain questions in your life, but new ones always arise, and I think that that's what we really try to do on the show.
The show never becomes completely vacant of mystery because it's a mystery show. That's part of the DNA of Lost, and we embrace it.
You'd think they would have come by now. Who? Anyone.
The plane crashes, they're on this island for many days, no rescue comes, no one shows up.
The characters don't know anything about each other. If you were on an airplane and it crashed, you wouldn't know anything about the guy who was in 16C.
So, first plane crash.
What gave it away?
I can always spot the newbies. I don't know your name.
I'm Kate.
Jack.
The show has been sort of an exploration into these characters' pasts. They're mysterious, in addition to the island. And so little things like, what did Kate do, or why did Saeed torture somebody, or how did Jack get his tattoos? Those are mysteries that have been slow going because they don't like to talk about it.
We learn that Jack is a doctor. We come to learn that he was a spinal surgeon. We know that Jack had a lot of issues with his father.
How many drinks did you have at lunch, Dad?
We know that his wife was someone who, she had been in a car crash and had a bad spinal injury.
It's okay. I know I'm not going to be dancing anymore.
He believes that this is an impossible surgery, and the next day, lo and behold, he pokes Sarah's foot with a pencil and it wiggles.
Can you feel this?
So he has to believe in some way that this is his destiny. But then when that marriage begins to come apart at the seams, wait a minute, maybe there was no purpose behind this.
Look at the bright side. Now you have something to fix.
He holds himself to a very high standard. He's insecure in many ways, although at the same time, he's a great hero.
Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna stay here tonight, okay? Together.
You did a good thing. You're taking care of everybody, just giving them something to count on.
Kate was a fugitive before she came to the island.
She still is a fugitive.
She is still a fugitive.
Once a fugitive, always a fugitive. A lot in the pilot is made up of these handcuffs that Walt finds, leading to the ultimate reveal that somebody on the plane was a fugitive. We reveal by the end of the pilot that it's Kate.
Catherine, what did you do?
I took care of you, Mom.
She actually blew up a house containing her stepfather, and there's a U.S. Marshal who's been chasing her.
Kate Austin, you're under arrest for murder.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, you did.
He's taking her on the plane back to the United States, and that's really where the story begins.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're worried about me, Jack.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have a problem staying in one place for very long, Kate.
Here she is, stuck on this island, which sort of forces her into very tricky relationships, especially when it comes to Jack and Sawyer.
How about you come a little closer? Warm me up.
You sure know how to make a girl feel special, Sawyer. Guys, this isn't just a bear. It's a polar bear.
The sort of practical questions we really do try to answer. I mean, right at the beginning of the show, I don't think anyone expected us to meet with the person who sent out the mysterious signal.
Hey! We've got a bomb! It's French!
The rescue party, it has to be.
Please, someone come. The others, they're dead.
It's a loop. It's a distress call. It's been playing over and over for 16 years.
Guys,
Where are we?
Charlie looked around and realized, this might not be a regular island. He said, guys, where are we?
I found a wire on the beach. I thought it might have something to do with the transmission we picked up on our receiver, with the French woman repeating on a loop for 16 years.
Has it really been that long?
There's a woman named Danielle Rousseau on the island. She was on some sort of a research vessel. It crashed. Her crew died. And she's been sort of wandering around this island.
Your distress signal. You said it killed them all. Have you seen other people on this island?
No. But I hear them. Out there, in the jungle. The others.
Saeed!
Listen to me. We're not alone.
The big question out there is, where are they? What is this island? Why can't anybody find it? Why all these people? Why were they all brought together? What were they doing on the plane? These are kind of the big unanswerable questions in this season, but as we move forward, stuff that we're very focused on answering.
I think the show is kind of a giant mosaic, and, we have the present and we have the past and there's the future, and by the end of the series, we will have filled in all those tiles, and you'll have not only a sense of who these characters were, who they are, but also who they're going to become. By the end, this picture will form the complete story of Lost.
This is Lost, The Answers. Asking the question, was the crash of Oceanagate 15 a random event?
You think we crashed on this place by coincidence? Especially this place?
At the center of the show, there has always been this conflict between Jack and Locke, and that conflict has sort of been rooted along the axis of empiricism versus faith.
We were brought here for a purpose.
And who brought us here, John?
The island.
You have a guy like Jack who's basically saying, this is coincidence. I was a guy, I got on a plane, the plane crashed on the island. The island's weird, but that's not my problem. I just want to get off.
I don't believe in destiny.
Yes, you do. You just don't know it yet.
And then you've got a guy like Locke who basically says there must be a purpose, a design to this.
This place is different.
He is completely a believer in the island and the island's magical and mysterious powers.
He wants there to be an explanation, a meaning to all this.
But even Locke's faith was not entirely without reason.
He was paralyzed before the plane crashed.
Just put me on the bus right now. I can do this.
No, you can't.
You don't know who you're dealing with. Don't ever tell me what I can't do, ever!
We learned this year exactly how it was that Locke got in the wheelchair.
This is awkward.
He finds out his father is this man named Anthony Cooper. Locke loves this man and wants to have a relationship with him.
I'm so thankful for you, John.
But this is a big, elaborate con.
You stole my kidney. You needed a father figure, and I needed a kidney. Get over it.
So he goes and confronts his father, and he says, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to rat you out.
Phone's right over there, John.
When Locke got to this island, suddenly he could walk again. So landing on this island was the greatest thing ever to happen in John Locke's life. He becomes sort of the hero that he always wanted to be in his former life, but never could be. The last thing he wants to do is ever go back to the outside world.
I like it here.
I like it here, too.
In fact, Locke's conviction led him to solve one of the island's most profound mysteries.
He finds this mysterious hatch that's buried in the ground, and he excavates it.
So you want me to go down first?
Oh, you're lighter.
One of the biggest questions ever on the show is what's in the hatch.
What is it?
John! I think there's something down behind you.
He was in a solo round-the-world sailing race.
He crashed on the island. Our gang finally finds him.
They discovered this is the first of a series of hatches that were built on this island by this mysterious Dharma Initiative.
You and your partner are currently located at Station 3, where scientists could work to understand the unique electromagnetic fluctuations emanating from this sector of the island.
The Dharma Initiative was on this island back in the late 70s and early 80s, and they built these hatches all over the island where they conducted various scientific experiments. The most important hatch was called the Swan, and that's where Desmond spent 3 years down there pushing this button every 108 minutes, and he was told that if he didn't push that button, the world would end.
One day, he actually ventured outside of the hatch.
Desmond failed to enter the code in the computer in the hatch.
As a result, 815 crashes.
When did you come here? September 22nd.
I think I crashed your plane.
That is the definitive answer as to why the plane crashed. The electromagnetic pulse shot out of the hatch, fried the instrumentation on the plane crashed.
But the crash was not welcome news to a community of people already living on the island. a group the survivors would come to know as the Others.
Goodwin! Yeah, you run, you can make that shore in an hour. Ethan, get up there to that fuselage. There may actually be survivors. Listen, learn, don't get involved. Go.
The Others are a community of around 30 or 40 people, we think.
They do not want